Mikhail Moiseyevich Botvinnik was a Soviet and Russian chess grandmaster who held 5 world titles in 3 different reigns, and became one of the most influential figures in chess history. Born on August 17, 1911, in Kokkola, Grand Duchy of Finland, now Rapino, Russia, Botvinnik grew up in St. Petersburg. His parents were Russian Jews. His father, Moisey Botvinnik, was a dental technician, and his mother, Shifra Serafima Rabinovich, was a dentist, which allowed the family to live outside the Pale of Settlement, to which most Jews in the Russian Empire were restricted at the time. Growing up in St. Petersburg's Nevsky Prospect, Botvinnik and his older brother Isaac attended Soviet schools. His father forbade speaking Yiddish at home, and Botvinnik later described his identity by saying, "I am a Jew by blood, a Russian by culture, Soviet by upbringing." In 1920, his mother became ill and his father left the family, though he maintained contact with the children even after his second marriage to a Russian woman. Botvinnik learned chess at age 12 when a school friend of his older brother taught him using a homemade set. He immediately fell in love with the game and showed remarkable talent. After finishing mid-table in his school championship, he sought advice and developed his characteristic analytical approach, concluding that it was better to think out concrete concepts and then derive general principles from these. By winter 1924, he had won his school's championship and exaggerated his age by 3 years to join the Petrograd Chess Assembly. In 1925, at age 14, Botvinnik achieved an early career highlight when he played against world champion José Raúl Capablanca in a simultaneous exhibition in Leningrad, and won his game. This victory foreshadowed his future success. By age 16, he had become a master, and in 1931, at age 20, he won his first Soviet championship, marking the beginning of his dominance in Soviet chess. Botvinnik's approach to chess was revolutionary for his time. He was one of the first players to recognize the importance of physical conditioning for chess players. He maintained a strict regimen of daily exercise, including long walks and tennis, a practice he maintained throughout most of his life. This systematic approach to physical fitness for chess players influenced generations of future players, who began treating chess as a sport requiring both physical and mental conditioning. His analytical method was equally groundbreaking. Botvinnik would spend hours analyzing his own games, particularly his losses, maintaining detailed notebooks of his analysis and being brutally honest about his own mistakes. This systematic approach to improvement became a standard practice in chess training. He graduated with a degree in electrical engineering in 1932 from the Leningrad Polytechnical Institute, and this scientific background influenced his analytical approach to chess. In the 1930s, Botvinnik established himself as one of the world's top players with strong results in Soviet and international tournaments. His victory at the very strong Moscow International Tournament in 1935, finishing ahead of Capablanca and other leading players, marked him as a potential world champion. At the famous Nottingham 1936 tournament, Botvinnik tied for first with Capablanca, ahead of then world champion Max Euwe and former champions Alexander Alekhine and Emanuel Lasker. In 1935, Botvinnik married Giana Davidovna Ananova, an Armenian woman who was a student at the Vaganova Academy of Russian Ballet and later became a ballerina at the Bolshoi Theater. They had one daughter, Olga, born in 1942 during the family's wartime evacuation to Perm. Botvinnik was set to challenge Alekhine for the World Championship in 1939, but the match was cancelled due to the outbreak of World War II. During the war, Botvinnik worked as an electrical engineer in the Urals, contributing to the Soviet war effort while simultaneously maintaining his chess skills. He won further Soviet championships in 1941, 1944, and 1945, demonstrating his ability to maintain his chess strength even under difficult circumstances. In terms of opening theory, Botvinnik's contributions were substantial and lasting. He was one of the first players to develop deep, complex opening systems that aimed not for immediate tactical advantages, but for favorable middle game positions. He made major contributions to opening theory and variations like the Botvinnik variation of the semi-Slav defense, the Kasparov/Botvinnik system in the exchange variation of the Queen's Gambit declined, and the Botvinnik system in the English opening. His work on these openings fundamentally changed how they were played and understood. After Alekhine's death in 1946, Botvinnik won a 5-player tournament in 1948 to become the 6th world chess champion. He would hold the title for most of the next 15 years, with 2 brief interruptions. His reign as champion was marked by a systematic and scientific approach to the game that influenced generations of future players. Botvinnik's matches against younger players in the latter part of his career were particularly noteworthy. He lost the title to Vasily Smyslov in 1957 but regained it in a 1958 rematch. He lost again to Mikhail Botvinnik in 1960 but once more regained the title in 1961. His victory over Botvinnik is considered a masterpiece of strategic planning, as he specifically prepared to neutralize Botvinnik's tactical style. Finally, Botvinnik lost the championship to Tigran Petrosian in 1963. His chess school, established in 1963, was unique in its approach and became legendary in chess circles. Rather than focusing solely on chess knowledge, Botvinnik emphasized the development of analytical thinking and decision-making skills. He would often give his students complex positions to analyze over several days, then discuss their thought processes in detail. This method produced not just strong chess players, but independent thinkers. His famous school produced future world champions Anatoly Karpov, Garry Kasparov, and Vladimir Kramnik, among others. Botvinnik's influence extended far beyond his playing career. Through his books and articles, his ideas about chess preparation and analysis spread worldwide. His most famous work, Achieving the Aim, published in 1981, continues to influence chess players today. His game annotations were clear and instructive, focusing on explaining the strategic ideas behind moves rather than just listing variations. Outside of chess, Botvinnik continued his work as an electrical engineer and computer scientist. He was awarded a doctorate in electrical engineering in 1951. In the 1950s-60s, he became interested in computer chess, developing algorithms for chess-playing programs. His work on selective searches in computer chess, while ultimately less effective than brute force methods, was pioneering for its time. Many of his ideas about how to evaluate chess positions and make strategic decisions influenced later developments in artificial intelligence. Interestingly, Botvinnik's research on chess-playing programs had applications beyond chess. His pioneer program contained a generalized method of decision-making that, with a few adjustments, enabled it to plan maintenance of power stations all over the USSR. This demonstrated Botvinnik's ability to apply chess thinking principles to other fields. Politically, Botvinnik was a committed communist and member of the Soviet establishment. This sometimes led to controversies, with allegations that Soviet officials interfered in matches to help Botvinnik. However, he also showed independence at times, avoiding signing a letter denouncing Viktor Korchnoi when he defected in 1976. His status in the Soviet Union was unique. While generally supported by the Soviet chess establishment, he maintained a degree of independence unusual for his time, known for speaking his mind even when it conflicted with official positions. Botvinnik's influence on chess culture was profound. He established the idea of chess as a professional pursuit requiring systematic study and preparation. Before him, many top players relied primarily on talent and experience. After him, professional chess players began approaching the game with scientific rigor. His legacy can be seen in modern chess in multiple ways: the emphasis on opening preparation, the use of computers in analysis, the importance of physical fitness, and a systematic approach to training, were all either pioneered or significantly developed by Botvinnik. Even after retiring from competitive play in 1970 at age 59, Botvinnik continued to influence chess through his writing and teaching. He regularly contributed articles to chess publications and continued to develop his ideas about chess training and computer chess. The respect he commanded in the chess world was demonstrated by the fact that even after losing his world championship title, he remained one of the most influential figures in chess. His opinions on chess matters were highly valued, and his support could significantly boost a young player's career. In his later years, Botvinnik personally financed a project to develop a computer program for managing the Russian economy. He remained active until the last few months of his life, continuing to work despite health problems including blindness in one eye and poor vision in the other. Botvinnik died of pancreatic cancer on May 5, 1995, at the age of 83. Botvinnik's place in chess history is secure. He is often described as the patriarch of the Soviet chess school, and is revered for his analytical approach to chess. His scientific, positional style of play, extensive opening preparation, and emphasis on thorough analysis set new standards in professional chess. Many consider him one of the greatest players of all time, with a career spanning over 30 years at or near the top of the chess world. Beyond his playing achievements, Botvinnik's work as a coach, theorist, author, and pioneer of computer chess cemented his status as one of the most important figures in chess history. The success of his students, particularly Kasparov, who dominated chess for 20 years, demonstrated the effectiveness of his methods. Botvinnik truly earned his nickname as the patriarch of the Soviet chess school, and his influence continues to be felt in the chess world today.